Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to is this podcast Tiki? With your host, Olmac. We're waiting on our co-host, Mr. Captain Sieber. Sure it's gonna happen here in a minute. There he is. Gotta wave at him first, so we know we love him. What's up, new Cap? What's up, Acme? Yeah, let's get May in here. Drum roll. Stir the drink. Here we go. Yeah!
Hey,
There he is.
here we go.
Boom! Boom! What's up, dude?
Good to see you.
How you doing, man?
Right on schedule.
And how? Cheers, new Cap.
Hey, Mac, cheers to you.
Hey!
Matai glass that, oh, you have the same one. How about that?
How did that happen?
How did that happen, Mac?
What's up, Ian?
I think we'll get into how that happened at some point.
Hey, we probably will.
Probably.
Oh, Acme, you're looking for spoilers early, huh?
You know when you're at those shows, you just charge in and sit down and immediately yell at the posts?
Yeah, we missed your face too, Ian.
Yeah.
Missed all your faces.
We had we'll get into the week. We'll let people come in as we, banter.
Our hilarious early show banter.
Yeah.
A fan favorite.
What a lot of them tune in for, I've been told.
The very beginning of the show when we're trying to get it together. That's what people love.
Yeah. Because we were both crushed, I don't know, you sent me an audio message that I still haven't listened to. I was putting together shit on my end. I hope it
my audio message to you, this came through maybe like 4 or 5 minutes before we were going live here. The audio message was, "Hey Jeff, guess what? I'm fucking late as usual."
A little behind the scenes look at how we operate. Total professionals.
Total. I was late because I was actually doing professional stuff. I was trying to get some work done with trademark can rendering and whatnot. And it was like, gotta get it done before the show. And I was like checking the time and I'm like, cool, I got 30 minutes. Cool, I got 15 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna bang out this last one real quick. Oh God, it's 5 minutes.
Easily the fastest hour that exists is the hour from before we go on.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that, I'm like, oh, it's 1:30. I don't have to do shit for a while. And then I'm like, oh, it's 2:45. I back up from my watch. How does this happen?
How does it happen?
It's insane.
Tiki time, man.
Tiki time.
Flies by.
That should be a piece of equipment. On the wall behind me, and it says Tiki time.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah. What's up, Charlie? What's up, Val? Yes, Mrs. 80.
Hey, Matt, spoilers. Let's be, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
What did you think of but yes, hello, Mrs. 80. What did you think of I just sent you that jewelry company that was doing, like, super, what do you think? I wanted to discuss it with you both backstage, but I figured we could also discuss it here.
So you should explain what it is, and I will give you my opinion on it.
This was I'm looking at my phone and the sponsored ads that have accurately identified me as someone who will piss away money on garish stuff, okay? So they don't always get it right, but this time it was a bunch of legit, like, Moai and Tiki themed rings, jewelry, necklaces, from LHN Jewelry is the name of the place, just the letters, LHN Jewelry, if you want to look them up. And they're doing like a Tiki special currently, which is, I had never heard of these guys. I'm going to do more research on them, but I sent it to Mac, and Mac was blown away.
Blown away.
I might be able to, let me see if I can pull up them quick on my phone here.
Oh, yeah.
Fucks up everything.
This Tiki pendant, I always mix up the words pennant and pendant. I don't know why. pendant
Yeah.
is lit and right in Jeff's wheelhouse.
I mean,
I gotta know how much it is too, because it looks like it was forged in a volcano by Kuka.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the price. I just found it. Let's see if I can get a good.
Oh yeah, yes.
This is what we're working with. Again, more great content for the podcast audience. The people who are
I'm pretty sure that's a I'm pretty sure that's a Kanaloa
probably
pendant, I think.
you'd know better, but that's the sort of piece, and it's we'll
Sure.
talk prices. Take a
Yeah.
the cost. What would you pay? What's the most you would pay, and then what do you think it costs? I guess.
Did it say what the material is? What's it made out of?
Brass or sterling silver.
Okay. Hey, what's up? The MMS podcast in Rexo. What's up, guys? Okay. Brass and silver. What is it? Maybe like an inch and a half tall or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
It's Coup. Okay. Thanks, Val. That was a Coup pennant. I would probably pay like I'd probably max out at like $60.
That's how big he is, for the record.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so it's probably even a little smaller. It's probably like an inch, something like that.
It's not like a fucking
Flava Flav Tiki.
Which, let me be clear, I would wear that. Or it's not like the the Brady Bunch necklace that was cursed. Because that thing was huge. That thing was...
Yeah.
If anyone in the audience wants to guess, too. If anyone in the comments wants to level a guess.
Yeah, I'm topping out at $65. I'm not paying more than $65 for that guy.
Okay, cool. Then you're not buying it. But it is more or less reasonable, I think. As far as like what it is and possibly the quality. I haven't done research.
Love it.
Yeah. But it is $135.
Woo!
You lowballed them good though. You lowballed them for about 50%.
Yep.
Of what they're asking. But that's not, I mean,
Here's the thing, if I come across that at a Tiki Land trading company or at a shipwrecked event, I'm not shelling out 100 and whatever you just said. No way.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I don't think I could pull it off, but there's other stuff there that we're going to look through.
Oh, yeah.
Get inceptioned by and end up wearing within the next 3 shows.
Decadence. What's up, Tiki, sir? What's up, Daniele Surcelli? I don't know if that's how you say your name, but I'm going to say it like that because that is fun.
Close enough. That is actually how you say it. Danielle, though.
Not over here.
I think Danielle was like her AOL Instant Messenger name back in the day, though.
Nice.
Good instincts.
Yep. Solid.
Yeah.
What are you drinking on today?
I made just straight up grog from the Smuggler's Cove book, which is just equal parts syrup, lime juice, and then extra rum over ice.
That's solid.
Too hot to try to manage any other concoction, and I was in a hurry.
Yeah, same. I had to, I feel very shamed for doing this, but I didn't have time to mix up anything, so we had one left of these terrible Cutwater Tiki Rum Mai Tais.
Ah.
So we're sipping on that, but
here.
Sipping on it out of my I Heart the 80s custom Jeff Granito designed Mac and Val Mai Tai glasses.
Was this really Granito?
Yep.
Holy shit. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did the print for us as well. So if you not to rub it in everyone's face because you didn't get cool Mai Tai glasses like us, but over this past weekend, Miss Morning View Valerie and I got married finally after 414 days of having our wedding postponed due to COVID. And it was awesome.
It
It
was
was
something.
awesome. It was just the best day that I feel we've ever had. Really topped out.
It was really lovely and it was a touching ceremony for having what this past year and change has been.
Mm-hmm.
Really, just impressed with the sheer amount of people I hadn't seen in so long and was able to spend time with, but also just the way that you all executed what was a very, very good time.
Thanks, man. We put in so much work going into it, and whew,
Yeah.
sad it's over, but also glad it's over. Don't have to think about it anymore, which is super. But everybody always says your wedding day is just gonna fly by.
Yeah.
God damn, it did.
You were
It felt like there was. What's that?
You were busy during all that.
I was. There's definitely one of those things at your wedding where you got to talk to everybody and you don't really get time to sit down or do anything. I was chasing my little cousin around the whole time, who was just the sweetest little girl.
Was that the little girl? I told people that she was that this place had a family that looked like them before, but that was 50 years ago. Again, tonight I had just decided to run with a spooky aesthetic.
I love it. Yeah.
Here's how busy Mac was, and what he's saying is absolutely true about all that stuff and the amount of people that he had to interact with. You and I spoke maybe twice during the wedding, right? Legit.
Yeah, the whole time. I hugged you when you got there.
Yeah.
And then we said bye when you left.
Yeah. That's insane.
And Jeff was in the party.
Yeah. We usually talk a lot at any party we're at.
Yeah.
So that's how many well-wishers and loved ones were coming to say hi to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to you more.
Oh, yeah. He was wearing an excellent shirt, his coconut shirt. I was blown away by.
That was tight.
That was the most relaxed I've ever seen him.
Well, we can credit you and Val for that vibe that I think you brought to it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It was good. We got, also, Surfside Sip Straws. All of the people in the party got our custom-made Surfside Sip Straw Thulus. Shout out to Andrew, Surfside Sips, who I probably should have texted before this because he always tells me to text him because he forgets that we do this. But as our sponsor, if you want to get 20% off Surfside Sips, reusable glass straws, use the code word ISTHISTIKI. We'll come back around to that if you missed it.
Yeah.
We got some... So we got some, most of our wedding gifts came just through the registry and through Amazon, so straight to us. But there were a couple things that people brought. One of which being this amazing Mai Tai pitcher.
That's from Disneyland.
It is. It's got all these Mickeys on it and such. But we just made a huge batch of Mai Tais the other night, just dumped them in there and just pouring it all night. It's super.
That's I saw that because on Sunday we'll get to my weekend. My weekend was pretty quiet otherwise. I saw that in the fucking stores, and they have a sign next to all of them where it's please don't handle this a lot, because I think they're that sort of not delicate, but people are gonna break them. And
yeah, it's not the thickest glass for sure, but
no, but it's high end is what I'm also trying to say.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was maybe I could get this, but we have pictures we don't use, and as a wedding gift, tight.
Primo. It also came from someone who was a +1, so they just kind of showed up with it, which was super cool. They definitely did not need to. So hang on, I'm going to lean towards the camera for a second.
Wife is saying, show him the whale. Is this going to be safe?
So we got another gift from somebody who we're not sure who it is because it didn't have a card with it, so we're trying to process of elimination it. But it's this big brass whale. It's just,
Yeah,
dude, it's my favorite. I love it so much.
that's amazing.
Right? It's got cute little eyes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I love it.
I'm at a loss for words.
It's like my favorite thing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd even get one of those.
Me neither. And the last thing that I have to show off, which was it was a gift, but it was a gift from me to Val.
Okay.
Now, if you saw these there, but if anyone is or is not familiar with Mischief Motu, they do these wood carvings like this piranha right here.
Yes.
So as our wedding was Tiki and professional wrestling themed, I reached out to them and had them make us these custom Tiki WWE Championship belts that say 80. Boom.
Yeah.
Val's got the V. Mine's got the M.
It's an M. I get it now.
They are legit. They came out unbelievable.
Really?
The Mischief Motu couple are just the sweetest people. I love them to death. And they absolutely crushed it.
Yeah.
Big shout out to them. If you guys need custom woodwork stuff, hit them up.
Yeah. Holy shit. I didn't see, again, this is how much we talked during. I didn't know that was Mischief Motu, a very well brand, and I didn't know that these were Granito. Like, I loved the style, but it never put it together that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Joshua gets it. It's like the Daniel Bryan belt. Bingo. We got a wrestling fan here.
We had wrestling fans at the wedding dropping quotes that I did not understand, but I was like, that's probably a wrestling line.
Yeah, it's like when you were watching Mortal Kombat, and you're like, I've never played this, but I know what they're talking about.
I'm pretty sure this is a line from that game.
I get the reference.
Your venue was also really nice because it was essentially, and I made the joke way too often, it was the Jungle Cruise set, minus like the boat. It was just in a backyard in Los Feliz and was loaded with leaves and exotic flora and fauna.
Yep.
And there was a treehouse even.
There was. Did you go up in it?
No, I did not. I heard that when you were up there, it swayed like a ship, and I was like, no, thank you. I will be down here.
It was cool being up there. We didn't go up there during the wedding, but we got some pictures prior to, and I guess we went up there a couple times when we were like looking at the venue earlier, but yeah, super neat venue. If anyone is trying to have some kind of crazy tropical party, shoot me a message. I will put you in touch with Danny, who owns the venue.
He was cool.
Such a sweet guy. Him and his girlfriend. They just live at the house. It's in their backyard. It's huge, tropical, really, really great.
I can show off what the esteemed groomsman got me, amongst other people, proper, how do I open this fucker? Aha. I'll give it the full.
Boom.
Oh, what time is it? It's fucking showtime.
Tiki time, bro.
Yeah. Very stupid, especially the engraved Captain Sieber. It's gonna
for you, buddy. It's for you.
It was also, as far as venues go, what? You had something like 50 in attendance, but it really didn't feel cramped at any point.
Yeah, that was, what's up, Rob? What's up, Radio Wastelands? Yeah, I had been nervous leading up to, because I was like, man, what's, the like walkways and stuff aren't necessarily the widest.
Yeah.
Just sort of throughout the venue. So I was like, are people going to be kind of packed in here and uncomfortable for having 50 people? But there might as well have been like, 15 or 20 people in there, as far as I didn't feel like it was like at all.
Yeah, moving. That was,
Yeah.
drinks, seating areas, treehouse, food area. Like, it was really effective.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, everything worked out, like, literally couldn't have worked out better for us. We were so thrilled with literally A to Z of that day.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And thank you again for coming. Thanks to
Oh,
everybody who came.
so
Charlie.
and here,
Z.
like, I will usually take pictures during anything I'm at. I'll try to take some. I'm not a great photographer, even though we all have iPhones now, and, like, the cameras are better than anything we grew up with. That said, I took maybe 3 pictures during this, and they were mostly of your aunt and uncle, so that I could send to my parents and be like, guess who I'm partying with? Because they were friends, as you know.
Right, right.
But the audience might not know, so. And that's insane to me, because I'm normally right on it with pictures. But that's
totally.
how, like, socially, active the whole place was.
Yeah. I only ended up with like 4 pictures. It was like 2 selfies with you and me. I got one of myself and one with Trey. And that was all the pictures that I took.
It was so fun to meet Trey finally, Mac's best friend from way back in the day, he gave like the best man speech at the end of the whatever. And
ceremony.
He works on Broadway, he told me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I thought you were a doctor. And for the rest of the night, I would just call him Doctor. In conversation and talking to people.
Yes.
I should have asked more questions about his actual job, to be honest, rather than just being
stage manager, all around sweetheart.
Yeah, he is. He was a real cool dude.
That's pretty much Trey.
Yeah, he better come back soon because he was a cool dude. Everyone there was cool.
Yeah.
That I'd only known in passing that I finally got to meet and chat with were great.
Good. They better have been.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all be cool to Jeff.
And they're like, why is he saying this to us? And then they meet me and they're like, oh, yeah, okay.
I guess we have this guy.
This guy. But I'll be cool.
Yeah. You had a fun next day.
Oh, my God.
I want to hear all about this.
I went to Disneyland for they have the new Avengers campus, which is the section of the California Adventure area that's all Marvel now. That's what they did. And it's...
Wait, where did it go in? It was in California Adventure, is that what you said?
Yeah, it went in where Bug's Life used to be and kind of connects, like, near Cars Land to Tower of Terror, now the Guardians ride.
Gotcha. Oh, man, I'm bummed the Bug's Life stuff is gone.
It's a real pity, because that was... For one thing, there's no shade now, which, believe it or not, you kind of need in SoCal summer. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
And secondly...
What's up, Suit and Sand?
Like, let me ask you this, Mac. You've seen all of the Marvel stuff. You've seen enough of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. I'm currently rewatching them in, like, timeline order.
Perfect. So you start
I started with Captain America, and I'm all the way up. I just watched Age of Ultron. Okay. I've seen them all before, but I've never watched them in, like, timeline order.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. When you go to, say, if I were to ask you, what's the iconic, like, Avengers setting that you would think of and want to visit? Like, what is that location just from the movies and cinema? What is that place?
I guess, like, the Tower, the Avengers Tower, Wakanda.
Those are pretty much the 2 best answers. Like, that's what I would have said, too. Maybe, like, Thor's home planet that got blown up, that got Ragnaroked, you know?
Yeah.
But that could be a spot. Maybe, like, Doc Strange's whole temple or house would be cool.
That would be cool.
None of that's there. It's got, like, you enter, and it's, like, a sign for, like, the Avengers that you can pose next to. It was on my story. But there's also then, like, the streets of, like, New York kind of on one side to fit the Spider-Man aesthetic that they very much are promoting promoting currently, because that's one of the 2 rides there.
Okay.
The other being the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in the tower. So, but the problem is, you go to, like, you know, Harry Potter Land in Universal, or if you go to the new Star Wars stuff in Disney, you're like, I'm fucking here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a different planet, or I'm at Hogwarts. Like, it feels like I'm in it. This just felt kind of like they made, like, a cityscape set, which was a weird choice. So I wasn't as into that. And they didn't have as much, like, you should have walked around, you should have been able to find, a la the Sword in the Stone they have at Disneyland, Thor's hammer sitting on a thing that you try to lift up. And you can
100%.
Right? Don't have that. That's a missed opportunity in my book. I would pose for that picture every time.
100%.
Yeah. So that was disappointing. The merch was if you like something with the Avengers A on it, you can get that. But otherwise, there's not like, you know, there's not like a shawarma hat, or there's not like a like worthy with the Thor's hammer on it, or even like Stark Industries intern type shit.
Right.
Yeah. It's all very, underwhelming was the best way to put going in there, which was a pity because Avengers are very popular.
Yeah, there's so much opportunity there.
Yeah.
How do you, if you like, it's like if somebody just took a shotgun full of baseballs and shot that at you. If you swing at anything, you're going to hit something.
You're going to hit a few things.
Yeah.
But, to be fair, they have like a gauntlet that you can buy that's like plastic. It's got the Infinity Stones. It's Iron Man's gauntlet from Endgame.
Okay.
And it perfectly holds a like soda bottle.
Is it like a cast so it like doesn't move?
Yeah, your hand is like this. It's like this the whole time. And so that's a fun idea. And there are little kids where it comes up to like right there. They're just fucking walking around with their sodas. That would be great by a pool with a beer in it. That's excellent. They got that right. The food is crazy because it's all like the Ant-Man shrinking and biggening stuff.
Okay.
So they have like a giant pretzel and whatnot, which, you know, it writes itself. And the Spider-Man ride is one of the best rides I've been on.
Really?
The Spider-Man ride, the premise is, and I won't spoil it too much for people, but you go into an open house at Peter Parker's new, like, lab. And he's like, this is a spider bot that I've invented that is self-replicating and can consume any material to, like, get rid of stuff. And we can use it to, like, clean up and, like, rebuild stuff. Like, it's really useful. Now, it's kind of like if WALL-E was more futuristic and a spider. So it's very cute, right?
Right.
It's not scary, really.
Mm-hmm.
But it's self-replicating, and I think you can kind of see the problem already. It becomes almost immediately a Sorcerer's Apprentice type scenario where they're just making a lot of shit around them. And it is actually Tom Holland who comes in doing like a pre-filmed sort of thing for the viewer, for the audience.
All right.
Welcome to my open house. This is a spider. This is what we're making. And then they start freaking out, and he's like, oh, this is going bad. Let's get some help. And he's talking to his other friend, like the Alexa that he's got, the Friday, you know?
Right.
And it's like calling Tony Stark, and he's like, no, don't call Tony. We'll figure this out. We're gonna get this right. And then it's like, we'll get some other help. And it's like calling Spider-Man, and his phone starts to ring, and he's like, let me go see if I can find Spider-Man. Okay. So it's very cute and funny. It's well done in that whole bit. But the ride itself, you're in like this little just one row facing a screen, and you have 3D goggles, and you don't have any other equipment, and you just shoot with your hands, and the thing registers everything on like one of those old school type arcade like shoot 'em up games.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Coming at you. Yeah. Insane tech. I don't know how they did it because it was accurate too, and you could also shoot and then pull back with your webs. So like,
whoa.
Yeah. And so you're like both competing with and helping everyone in your cart try to beat all these spiders. Like there's too many of them. You got to get rid of them. And it goes for like several rounds. And by the last one, like at first I was like trying to do the hand stuff, and then I was just like, fuck it, doing fists. I'm going anime style energy blasts on this, and that also
Fist web. Love it.
It was like a lot of fun and a good workout too.
That sounds like it.
Yeah. So that
sounds like a blast.
If that ride wasn't there, absolutely underwhelming and disappointing. But the fact that that's there really saves the day. That's a very well done ride.
So is it kind of like the like the Toy Story ride where it moves throughout a thing and you keep moving through screens and you're okay, cool.
Yeah, and there are like objectives where it's like, Spider-Man's getting captured, save him, and so you focus on that. Or like one of the little spider bots runs into the Ant-Man like solution and is suddenly huge, and everyone in the cart is just aiming at the same big guy and taking him down.
Okay.
It was exhilarating.
That sounds great.
It really was great. Absolutely worth going for that. I wouldn't hustle there though because it's going to be there for a while, and I think lines are insane at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that was a positive experience.
Have you ever been to Universal Studios in Orlando?
A long time ago, I believe, yeah.
Did you happen to ever go on the Spider-Man ride they had there?
No, but I heard that they had one of those. I think I did I Shrunk the Kids. That might have been Disney, but I'm not.
Yeah. I think that might have been Disney too. Yeah, I think that used to be at Disney World. But obviously prior to Disney buying Marvel, they had a whole, I think it was called Islands of Adventure, if I'm not mistaken, at Universal in Orlando. And they had a bunch of good rides. They had like a Hulk roller coaster that was one of the best roller coasters I'd ever been on.
Really?
And yeah, and the Spider-Man ride they had was super cool, where probably super dated now, but when I was much younger, it was super neat. And it was, you were like, the Daily Bugle has this new like vehicle of some sort that you can get in, and it'll like take you around, it'll fly you around Manhattan or something so you can see everything, and obviously other things ensue. Doc Ock comes and is like grabbing you and all this, and it's that kind of like, you're wearing the 3D glasses, you're going through the thing, so it's like partially a ride, partially a simulation, but absolute blast. I loved that ride so much. That was a good one.
High praise.
Yeah.
And you'll love this one. Spider-Man is, he's a good dude.
I like that guy.
Zarasaurus is saying, Honey, I Shrunk the Audience is Disney. Shows how much I got right in that sentence. Everything wrong, didn't have the same place, just, I don't know if I was even ever there. Might not have been.
Who cares?
I might be, Emma Birdie is asking, I might be thinking of Back to the Future. I could be. Time is meaningless. Do you remember, Mac, you and I, years ago, I think we were at Universal, and we went to, was it a Terminator live show?
It's their like 3D Terminator 3D experience or whatever. Yeah.
That in like audience seats and just watch people run around, and we got like
it's like people would like walk through the screen and become on the screen, and yeah.
And like the human parts, the living ones, would come up through the floor on the theater and everything, and then walk around and do stuff.
Yeah.
Usually it was very like just up this way and back down this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun
yeah,
day.
that one definitely needed a revamp. It was showing its age, I remember, and we probably went and saw that like 9 years ago.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, so that needed a revamp back then. I don't even know if it's still there now.
I don't think it is.
It better not be.
I don't think it is, Mac, but we could go.
We should go. Val and I were just talking about that the other day.
Film an episode there.
I haven't. We should.
During the show.
I haven't been to any of the Harry Potter stuff or anything.
Not that I'm like a huge. I'm not so into Harry Potter. I enjoy it, but I'm not like a super fan. What?
Backstage said it. You hate him.
that son of a bitch. You wizard bastard.
You wizard. Said this.
But I think at some point soon, her and I are going to watch all the movies because I'm not sure if I've seen them all yet.
Yep.
And then we'll probably try and make a trip out there.
Yeah, to Universal.
Oh, Suit and Sand is saying the Terminator thing is now Despicable Me. It's Minions.
Ugh. Ouch.
I hope it's the identical thing and they just skinned everything like Minions. So they're like, it's Skynet. And they're like,
Banana net. You know what those little idiots are all about. I've never seen any of those movies. I feel like maybe I should watch those prior.
I saw the first Despicable Me. I want to say I saw the second. The first one's really great.
I mean, Steve is fantastic, so.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Mountain Tiki, Fled, Emma popped in. I saw Oakwash popped in. What's up, Omar? Yeah. Theme parks, man. We gotta go.
The Harry Potter Hogwarts ride is also the best ride in that area. That one is fantastic. Because
really?
They've got some technology where you're kind of, each of your seats is like the fingal on the hand, and you're going to be like, you get in and you're hanging, okay? You're not sitting down. Well, no, you are sitting, but like it's kind of like an elevated bench. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and then they move you through and you're basically on broomsticks, and it cuts between like 3D looking at a scene or a screen with like a bunch of stuff happening and you're like on the Quidditch pitch, and then it moves you and you're suddenly with animatronics, and it's like, oh shit, it's a giant spider or a dragon, whatever.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Moves you through, and like the Whomping Willow, do these terms mean anything to you? There's a tree that punches you at one point. And it's just like, and it like just dodges out of the way. So the combination of both those things, I think, is something you'll really enjoy. It's a must attend if you're ever in that park.
Okay, cool. Val, if you're still listening, we got to get on those movies, maybe starting tonight, and let's do this in the next few weeks, I guess.
I would be thrilled to get your take on going on that ride prior to seeing the movies. I feel like you would just be awash with confusion.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Dropping the facts. The tech is called a Kuka arm. It's a robotic arm that has a ton of joints and can move you all around and over the place. That sounds tiki.
I was going to say, Kuka arm sounds tiki AF.
It's like almost kookaburra.
Yeah. Like, if someone were like, here's a Kuka punch, I'd be like, well, this is clearly a tiki drink.
Yes, that should exist.
Yes.
I don't know if this is a reference people will get, but there's I think it was Ellen's Game of Game, or like one of the NBC Universal shows actually has the tech on like their game show, and as they answer like game show questions, you can see it moving around. I think it's one of their quiz shows. I don't know if it's still going, but I'll find it and we'll discuss it later on.
Is this the same thing? So on the backlot tour at Universal,
yeah.
At one point you go to the like Too Fast, Too Furious, and they've got the two cars and they like do all this. Is that?
That's 3D, right? Like you're still in the car there.
You're still in the car, but the two cars that are physical cars are like on these two weird robotic platforms that like do all these crazy things though. Or at least it was. I haven't been to Universal in a minute now, I guess, but it was like that like 6 years ago.
They've changed it now so that it's just like a screen. I don't know if that was still your... It's
oh,
like,
weird, no.
Do you remember the King Kong bit when he fights the dinosaurs on that ride?
Yeah.
That now.
Oh, interesting.
So they must have changed it.
Okay. Those
but
bastards.
Yeah, that sounds like Kuka arms.
We got it. Yeah, I'm with Mountain Tiki here. We need some Kuka arms.
We need a Kuka beverage.
That's some Asura's Wrath arms. That's a reference no one's gonna get.
I'll tell you this. You will become that during the Spider-Man ride as you fight to beat these things.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. Yeah, we gotta go soon. Is it in going to Disney? It's still all reservation and such right now. Yeah,
I believe so. And on top of that, once you get into the park, you have to then queue digitally for the Spider-Man and the new Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride, which is also
Rise of the RZA.
Rise of the RZA. It was shocking to see him on that ride without a costume, and I don't think it was an animatronic. He was just there. But that
like, Jedi's ain't nothing to fuck with.
A bit like an obviously toy lightsaber. What's he doing? He's gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna stop him though. RZA knows what he's doing.
OD2. Yeah. I was trying to make it an old dirty bat. Yeah. We'll move on.
That's fine. Yeah, Kuka Punch would be. That is a good sounding beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ian. Let's if you put together a Kuka Punch, we can debut it on the podcast next week.
Yeah. In fact, open invitation to anyone to make their variation and version of Kuka Punch, and let's try to figure this out. That would be a new tiki beverage, and I feel like everyone watching knows enough or has learned enough from us about what is and isn't tiki now that I think we could make it.
Yes, Kuka Punch, the official drink of Yo, is this Kuka Punch Tiki?
Yo, is this Kuka Punch a Kuka Punch? This word is going to lose all meaning within the next week.
Gone.
Like, what did we agree to? We've got so many emails.
I love it.
Yeah.
Did you get any questions? Did you post any post about getting any questions this week?
No, I didn't. But what I did do was, let me tell you how you get interactions, Mac. If you confuse Lizzie McGuire with Hannah Montana on a post, people will come at you aggressively and frequently.
Yeah, let's discuss this and those hats you were wearing.
First of all, I'm very, 5 minutes prior, I was like, I bought one hat as a gift. And I was like, I gotta get it from them. Shit. I'll do it next week. Next week I'll do it. But
Thank you, Charlie. That's what I was going for. Yeah, appreciate that.
R2ODBT. That's great.
That's the one.
That should be on a ride. Anyway, we got to Disneyland quite early, considering we were also after a wedding. I think it was like 8:30 or 9 we were in the park, which is a decent. I could even be wrong on that, but there was no traffic and we booked it. We met 4 other people, and within about 40 minutes, I had wandered through a gift shop and I found pink hats. I'm going to pull up the picture on my phone. Pink hats that say,
What's up, Kelsey?
Here we go.
These hats were something special. Give a little twist one way or the other, left or right. The other way.
There we go.
Maybe down. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. But Daddy, I love him, it says.
Yep. They're bright pink with blue and white bubble lettering and then a gray brim, and
there's nothing good about that hat.
In the corner there's a fork and some bubbles. So if you're like me, you knew exactly what that was a reference to out the gate. You knew that it was...
I am not you.
I'm going to tell you something else, man. 99.9% of people in Disneyland are not me. So, to see this hat being sold in a Disney store, I was like, what was the marketing idea behind this? We see a lot of people with a shirt that says, Disney Daddy, let's cash in on that. We'll take this quote from The Little Mermaid, is what it's from.
Oh, that's what that's from?
That's what it's
I was
from.
going to guess Beauty and the Beast, but that makes more sense, I guess.
Also, not out of character to hear that there, but Daddy, I love him on a hat sends a degree of messages and vibes that I found wonderful. But Daddy, I love him. I saw that. I texted the group chat with the people I was in. It derailed the rest of the day, okay? It stopped. We would still talk about, Disney, we'd discuss and we'd do our stuff. But if you wanted to just hijack the conversation or respond to something without saying anything but also saying everything, you just say, but Daddy, I love him. And it would eventually, at one point, someone in our group evolved it to, but Daddy, I want it. Is again just insane.
That's too good.
Yeah.
I wish I could be in that product meeting.
I feel like,
yeah, we'll put it on the hat. We'll sell 1 million of them.
No, Mac, it was, it's 4:55 on a Friday. Does anyone have a good idea? We could try, but Daddy, I love him. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Long weekend.
Ink it. We're out.
Yeah. Now, I am convinced and this is, I shouldn't even say this, but they're selling online for at least double because as soon as Disney realizes what they put on the shelf, I feel like they're going to be like, get those out of here.
Oh,
Who the
yeah.
fuck okayed this? Get it out. Damn it.
And Ian, they sold 8 to everybody in Jeff's party.
It's true. I was like, you got to walk away with one of these. I bought it. I would have bought it for me, but I don't think I can. I have enough choices with my look currently.
It didn't match the chain.
It didn't. If it had been gold, yeah.
Now we're talking.
But Daddy, I love him.
There's nothing good about that.
For a vaguely adult Etsy, yes, I can see this being sold on that. Or at when Spencer's Gifts was a thing. Yep, I see it there.
Yep.
Main Street USA Disneyland?
No.
Really? Shocked to see it.
That's a great quote, Emma.
Who's got to nail that girl's fins to the floor. That's a good senior quote.
And Stone Flamingo says, I have a friend with me. I'm trying to explain to her the concept of your show. What's the topic today? Tiki, wedding, and Disney, I guess.
It's what did you do this weekend? It was more or less, how was your weekend? Why is it so hot? Emma, that's a great yearbook quote, but it should have been, but Daddy, I love him. And that.
Nailed it. To the floor. Hey! 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 Let's get some questions.
Yeah, if you got questions, all I got was hate. Forgive me for not knowing.
I got a couple questions. So, first was from Emma. Thank you, Emma. Are there any chocolate tiki drinks?
I don't see a lot of chocolate in tiki concoctions, for the most part.
Agreed.
I don't also seek them out, and when you consider how much fucking fruit juice is in them, probably harder to find one that is going to have both chocolate and the other stuff. Now, that being said, around Christmas, I believe you will see more like chocolate and orange and maybe rum in a drink because those are so seasonally appropriate.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Sorry, Emma says, but Daddy, you nailed my fins to the floor. We're getting dangerously into smut territory, Emma, where it's not even a quote anymore. It's just smut that you're saying, okay?
Okay, so I did look this up. Yes, Stone. Oh, so one, Kelsey. We will get to the bottom of that purse. It's next on my list for is this Tiki in my story poll. So we'll get to the bottom of that tomorrow. As far as the question goes, I did look this up in the Total Tiki app. There is one drink that takes chocolate. I can't remember what it is because I was like, I'll write this down, and then I was late to the show, so I forgot to look it up. There is one in there, but I will also say I feel like a chocolate liqueur in a banana daiquiri would be absolutely lit. And Deadhead Rum makes a chocolate rum, which I'm dying to try. Dying to try it for a minute. And so I'm sure they have some of their own recipes to use with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but great question.
Creme de cacao cocktails, which, by the way, creme de Kuka punch. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. That sentence was more or less how Mac and I brainstormed.
Oh, did you mispronounce something? Here's a new idea.
I mispronounce a lot of shit. I'm very selective with my words on this podcast, on this show, because our audience just eviscerates me.
Is a mudslide Tiki? I don't feel like a mudslide is Tiki. I feel like it's like Tiki Eye Fridays.
Pretty good. I'd have to see what's in it. I don't know if it's really qualifying. The mudslide as if a volcanic drink, you would think these forces of nature that explorers endure would qualify in that sort of realm. So I would think closer to that than not.
Yeah. Ooh, a mudslide pina colada. That sounds awesome.
That's wild. But Daddy, I want it. Daddy, I've forgotten the exact quote now. Oh boy. I have heat stroke from today. Let's just keep it going. It's only
I don't know. I had to turn off the AC, even though you said you couldn't hear it, because I couldn't hear you, because it's like right in my face here, and I don't know if you could just see the sweat pouring off me.
Yeah, you look great. Oh, thank you, Em. Have fun at boxing class.
Yes. Shout out to Cesarus. God damn it! Why? I gotta commit this to memory. Sazura.
Yeah.
Okay, I said it right. Good. Yeah, super.
Kuka punch.
Kuka. Don't fuck me up here, Jeff. Everybody check out Sazura Studios. Emma's jewelry, awesome. I just saw she was vending this week too, which is fucking rad. Good for her. Super cool. We should definitely have Emma on as a guest once we start getting to guests over the course of whenever that happens.
We're going to see what we can do. We did say that she has to be underwater.
Yeah.
She has to be scuba. Emma.
Yes. What's up? Tipsy Tiki _ backyard boozery. Wow.
That sounds.
I want to be a part of that.
That sounds delightful. Sorry, Mac. Questions. Where were
Second question comes from Chief Tiki Tay. Is wearing a gold Cuban link chain under a Hawaiian shirt Tiki?
This feels personal. I have to say, yes, absolutely. I would say
yes too,
without question. And the idea is, I've seen a lot of, believe it or not, at your wedding, there were people who came up to me who were like, I'm wearing this because I was inspired by you and what you've done fashion-wise. And it meant so much to me. This is not a bit. I was moved. I'm glad to do that. And it's, for me, it becomes, does this look like, if you were a pirate and you were pillaging innocent people, the 1% will say you'd gotten on their ship. Because you shouldn't be pillaging gold from poor people. But if you were pillaging from... Charlie was one who came up and was like, this is something I'm wearing. And I was like, it looks fantastic. It really was a highlight of your wedding for me. I loved it so much. But it just, throw on your shit, you know? And if this looks like something that you as a pirate would rob a 1%er of and wear yourself, I think that's a good litmus test for whether it's a good piece or not.
Agreed. And if you're living the Tiki lifestyle and you're rocking it, that's Tiki to me.
Yeah. But you could also do fucking beads. You could do like any sort of thing. You could do. We can get into puka shell, but according to GQ magazine, that's making a comeback. So, you know, if that's your thing, you can do that.
I mean, 90s are coming back strong, man. That doesn't surprise me.
But you know what's timeless? Decadence.
Decadence.
I'm going to get you one of those Tiki fucking rings.
Yes. I have a Tiki ring, too. It's up here in the case. I'm not going to pull it out, but...
Zarasaurus is blowing me up in the chat. It's true. I was alarmingly moved by it. Charlie was really just... I was so glad to hear it. What a guy.
Charlie, in one of the few times... I feel like I only got to talk to, like, everybody, like, twice for, like, 30 seconds, and that was my whole bit there. But in the one time I got to talk to Charlie, he was like, so I'd never met Jeff before, but I feel like I know him. I listen to the podcast all the time. I'm like, bro, we're friends. I was like, yes. Charlie for the win.
Oh, my God, that's fantastic. That's great. Okay, we answered that question.
Yeah. Tay also asked, is Mac and Bella's wedding Tiki? We've already gone over this. I don't want to...
Is Tay I'm Tiki?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Tiki? Tay just taking up valuable showtime? With his just dumping on us questions? Thank you for the lowballs, Tay. He will be up for yes, by the way.
And Charlie asked, is Jumanji Tiki? Have you guys already talked about this? I don't remember. What's the question?
I don't think we've talked about Jumanji.
I've definitely spoken about it, maybe not on the podcast, but I've definitely had the Is It Tiki conversation about it.
What was your take?
But I'm not sure we have on the podcast.
We have not.
I say it's very Tiki.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a board game that transports you to escapism jungle with... Stone Flamingo says that we have. Okay, well, never mind.
No. Stone Flamingo remembers way more than we do, bless her heart. No, you're absolutely right. It's got that adventure style to it. It's got all of the accoutrements, minus just a scene where everyone in the movie is drinking rum is pretty much a good example of stuff that if you were at a Tiki art show and they had a piece of art that they had designed based around or on Jumanji, you'd be like, oh, yes, that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Yeah. As opposed to if you were there and you like Sherlock Holmes, you'd be like, not really. I mean, cool, but probably not.
Yeah. Mousetrap, not so Tiki. Jumanji, pretty Tiki.
The game, Mousetrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's
Or Grape Escape, not so Tiki. Jumanji, much Tiki.
Like pulling the 90s games.
I loved Great Escape. That game was hilarious to me.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I feel like nobody remembers it too.
It was just torture these clay things you make.
Yeah. It was Mousetrap, but with Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And
Well,
murder.
Mousetrap was so much of a... There was no reason to play the board game. Just build the thing and then set off
And then you do it. Yeah, yeah. It's just putting together the Rube Goldberg machine. That was the whole bit.
That's what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was...
And, okay, so, is 13 Dead End Drive Tiki?
I feel like I've heard that. I'm not sure what... What's 13? This sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar to me too. Is it... Oh, I'm assuming that's a board game, right?
Yeah, that's a board game.
Okay.
13
Wow.
It's still available for purchase.
I'm now that you've said that like pinged something way in the back.
Yeah, it's like a murder-themed board game from back in the day.
Okay.
I don't think I ever played this.
I don't think I ever played it either. I feel like I'm remembering the commercial though.
Yeah, I remember the commercial as well. We grew up in around the same era. That let's do some homework on that and report back. And by that I mean we both go to Target and buy it and play it.
Love it. Charlie asked, "Is Hungry Hungry Hippos Tiki?" That's a great question.
I mean, I guess we would have to say yes, right?
Yeah, I mean, if the what's up, Bummy? If like they have a Jungle Cruise game coming out, right? I feel like if the Jungle Cruise is Tiki, then
and hippos.
I feel like Hungry Hungry Hippos is pretty Tiki.
Hippos are, if anything, we could make it Tiki even.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care.
Maybe.
And the last question was also from Tiki Tay, which wasn't really a question, and it was in reference to my, I think this was 2 days ago, as far as my Is This Tiki poll went, which was the wrestler Seth Rollins' Tiki suit Tay wanted us to discuss.
Okay.
Did you happen to see? I'm pretty sure you voted on it.
I have voted on everything you posted, minus, I don't know if I had an opinion on the latest, like, skull pineapple tattoo, because I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not sure yet, and I need to think about it.
Well, you got like 16 hours.
Oh, God. The suit I thought was absolutely Tiki. It was like, like jungle leaf and like green and like vibrant.
Yeah,
colors.
like purple shirt and yeah. He was really his whole bit currently in wrestling. He's a great wrestler. Okay. He's been just coming out in these like really absurd suits, and I was pretty bummed that I did not have that particular suit for the wedding.
No, but you look good anyway. I think having the details you did, if you didn't see it, Mac had a bow tie and a pocket square that were both very Tiki.
And suspenders. Matching suspenders.
And matching suspenders, those were tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was fantastic.
Thank you. I was nervous when I was first putting it on because I'd never worn a bow tie before. And I like kind of put it on for the first time. It was just like looking at my, this is probably a week and a half ago or something. I was like, I look like a waiter. Shit. But I got used to it, and then the confidence came, and I felt like I rocked it pretty good.
It's the bow tie itself is a very much a statement piece that you have to have a certain energy to pull off proper, and you did have it. Like, it worked perfectly.
Thank you. I was trying.
Yeah. It's also, it draws the eye in such a way, and could you go to like waiter or like Urkel territory? Yes, but it depends on the rest of it. Depends on your overall vibe. You killed it.
Yeah, Charlie, never worn a bow tie before. I don't know.
Like, if you want a tie, but you don't want something like the regular tie that's going to get in your drink.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
This didn't even get close to my drink.
I feel like you went a while without having a drink because so many people were talking to you and you were...
While I was there, I only had, because my plan was I kept going up to Lyle, who was our bartender. Shout out to Lyle, too. He's the man. And by the way, Kelsey, it was a, like, pull. It had a hook in the back.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
Tying, I wasn't going to ask. I didn't want to blow up your spot, but tying itself, holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Charlie, I'm down. I got to find another time to wear it, so that's perfect. Oh, sorry, I just got derailed there. What the hell was I talking about?
Wearing the bow tie, right? Being a waiter.
So, unimportant.
Oh, drinks you had.
Oh, right. So I kept going up to Lyle and being like, hey, just give me the half glass because I'm trying to pace myself so I'm not getting like super wasted. What's up, Trent? Shout out to Trent. He officiated our wedding. He was the man.
Great guy.
So I ended up getting one Mai Tai, one painkiller, both half fills, and that was all the booze I had all night. I couldn't get back to the bar.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to blame the other people in your party for not bringing you more booze.
Probably for the best, ultimately.
I
remember I had a great time. I had the best time.
You really did. You're having a blast. Yeah. What a sweet time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, Jeff, we're at 4:11 right now.
I have my timer at 1:07. We just hit that. That's a pretty good show.
That's a pretty good show.
We let's just, for a quick recap. Kuka Punch. Right? That was the name. It's Kuka Punch.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to try to figure out that cocktail. The audience can figure that out. And maybe you and I might bring one to it, or we'll forget as soon as we end this transmission.
We barely remember the name already.
Yeah, as you can see. And then the...
13 Dead End Drive.
I was going to say. 13 going on 30, the board game. We have to figure out if that's Tiki. Those will probably be addressed in the next episode, if not the next couple episodes. We'll see what happens. I think that was about it. Otherwise, we'll be hitting up... Oh, and we'll discuss the jewelry from LHN Jewelry that is now Tiki.
Yep. But Daddy, I want decadence.
But Daddy decadence. I want it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'll try to get that hat from my friend for the next episode.
Yes. Big yes.
A pity. What a stupid thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, great show, man.
We've done it again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, this was a super duper one. Always appreciated. Best audience.
Yeah. Best audience on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hold on. They've said it. We've said, I know.
All right, everybody. This was episode 18. That means we're officially legal.
Thank you. I was going to make the same joke, and I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot to. Until now.
Perfect.
And we'll be back next week. Same Tiki time, same Tiki channel.
Give or take 5 minutes. And yeah, we'll see you then.
We work on it.
We're professional. Thanks for showing up, guys. A lot of fun.
And how. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Later, babes.